Well, hello, my wonderful friends. Another glorious day. Just pulled up to work. So, yeah, yesterday was just kind of an odd vibe to the day. Like, it's been a weird week. It's been a tough week so far, really. So, I didn't have anything really going on. Nothing promising. I do have a few people that I thought were like right on the edge. I had one lady who's like ready to go and still nothing has happened with it. So I'm not sure what's going down with it. I'm just trying to be patient, trying to get as much as I can in before the end of the month, especially with the absolute shit show Monday was for me. So I did talk to my boss yesterday too because I knew that was going to be coming anyway because so much just did not work out, and plus the very large bill that we had received for my client's travel. And he agreed. He's like, yeah, this isn't ideal and this is tough, and this would be a lot easier to justify had you sold something. And I'm like, I know. But he was really encouraging. He was really kind about it, actually, and it made me feel a lot better. Like, it made me feel so much better that, he's trying to support me, and that was something I was griping about yesterday. I was like, I feel like I'm getting zero support. And he did. I don't know. I have a really good boss. Like, he's really good. He is a good person, and he just, I don't know. He has this way about him. That man deserves a raise, honestly. Like, I really truly feel like without him, like, this place would just absolutely start to fall apart. So I really hope that they value and treasure him the way that they should here. But he knocked me off the ledge, and apparently there was a few other people who've been just having a really hard time, and they had to talk them off the ledge too. And like, God bless this man. So I don't know, just the conversation just made me feel a little bit better. And and I wouldn't say that I wasn't in trouble, because I was kind of in trouble, but he was just like, just kind of take this as a learning lesson. It's like, ladies in a manual chair. I said, I know. I said, but she's got a power chair too. And, once she found out, and what she was also convinced that our vehicles would work for her. She really, really wanted one. Check was in hand. I let them know, like, hey, like, that's going to be really difficult, like, especially backing out. And, and then she got inside, another conversion, and not our conversion, and discovered, like, oh, wow, this is so easy for me in my manual chair. And she doesn't have to give up her independence and the physicality she's trying to retain by relying on her power chair to get in and out. So, I mean, I understand. It's just really unfortunate for me. And, and I want to help them. And that's what my boss was wanting to do. He was like, look, he's like, I might be able to find something that they're wanting and, get it in, order it, and, have them buy it. They'd still be able to get their warranty. It just wouldn't be through us. And I was like, that'd be awesome. I said, because they are open. I said, I mean, they're going to start shopping around, but I mean, they are open. They want to stick with us. They like us. And, we have a good relationship. So if he comes up with something in time, then that would be wonderful, because I do think that they would be willing to buy from me. So we'll see. But yeah, I'm just trying to stay really hopeful. And my God, like, my husband is so incredible, guys. Like, so incredible. Like, when I'm having a really hard time like this, just the words of encouragement he offers, and like the support and the hugs and the understanding, like, is just through the freaking roof. It's through the freaking roof. And like, when I get home, like, he greets me at the door. He makes sure to grab all my bags, give me a big hug, and has the house like really perfectly clean. It's smelling good. The floors are fresh. Like, I don't know. He just tries his best to make sure like there's like as minimal stress and things for me to worry about as possible. And holy hell, like, you gotta have a partner like that. Like, if you're gonna get married to somebody and be like in a committed lifelong relationship, make sure that it's somebody like that. Somebody who really, really gives a damn about you. Like, isn't obligated to do it, doesn't throw a fit about it, like, just genuinely wants to make things easier for you. And that's him. So I thank God every single day for that. I really do. Never thought it would happen for me like that. I didn't even know that that was like a real thing, like a real relationship. Like, I hadn't had any experience with anybody quite like that. So yeah, here we go. But I also had a doctor's appointment yesterday, and I've been like really putting it off because it involved like blood draws because we're doing genetics testing, and it's I'm a little bit older, and apparently like there's concerns with like certain types of like genes for different ethnicities, and Asian is one of them too. So we're like, well, let's get this done. I've been putting it off. I don't do well with blood draws, not at all. I have passed out before. And so I made sure to do my best to like make sure that I was fed before I went in, I was hydrated and everything. And this is how out of it I have been. I drove all the way there without my purse. So that means I was driving without my license and everything, without my money, everything. Luckily, I do have a copy of my driver's license that I keep like in my phone. So just in case if I got pulled over or whatever. And the cops have been out quite a bit lately too, I've noticed the past couple days. But I had that, I guess just in case, be like, yeah, I took off, I didn't have my purse, but here's my ID copy. I've got all that on my phone, so that's good. But yeah, I was like, oh my God. And I called them, I said, is there anything that you're gonna need? I said I drove without my purse, and they were like, no, we've got your license on file, we're all good, you're here. I'm like, okay, cool. No payment due today. And I took my little kit that my doctor gave me. I did not look inside it to see like what all it contained. And the girl that I got who was drawing my blood, she was an absolute doll. She was really, really sweet. And I warned her, I said, hey, I was like, I don't do well with blood draws. I really don't. I said, I'll try my best. And I like closed my eyes and I'm like breathing, in through the nose, out through the mouth, like not looking, just kind of like just letting my arm be dead there. And she took like 3 or 4 vials of blood. I wasn't expecting them to take so much, and yeah, it started happening. I started getting hot, started sweating, lose all the color in my face, and I told her, I was like, are we almost done? I was like, I'm about to pass out. And she goes, we're almost there. She's like, just hang in there. And yeah, she said all the color drained from my face, all the color drained from my lips. And I sat there. She brought me some really nice cold water. I drank like 2 glasses of it. And she's like, we're just going to make sure you're good before you stand up and go. And I was like, thank you. Just chatting with her a little bit about like, nails. And then we were talking about like, this is my first child, and she's like, yeah, she's like, I'm really good at, I'm guessing like what people are gonna have. And I was like, oh really? I was like, why is that? And she said, because boys tend to sit a little bit lower in the uterus, which I did look that up. It is like an old wives' tale, but she's like, I'm pretty good at it though. And I was like, oh yeah, what do you think I'm having? And she's like, I think you're having a boy. And I'm like, okay. So I don't know. The weird thing is I have had 2 dreams now where we're having a boy. So I don't know if there's anything in any of that. It could be totally incorrect. And honestly, like, to me, it doesn't matter if it's a boy or a girl, like, as long as they're healthy and everything's okay. Like, that's the most important thing. So sorry to sound like cliche, I'm sure a lot of people say that, but we really don't care which it is as long as the baby's healthy and okay. That's it. So, but yeah, we'll see. We will see. I'm excited. I was like, okay, bets are on. But, yeah, I gotta get inside. I've got things to do. I'm sure you do too. So, get to it. Like, share, and subscribe. I'll touch base with you again real soon. And really, guys, thank you so much. Thanks for listening. You're amazing. You're wonderful. I hope you have an amazing week. I'll talk to you again soon. Bye.